everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to our day 6 of becoming an emotionally intelligent parent. It's been a journey. We are in day 6 already. And I want to believe that you are already learning how to match your brake and not overspeed. Are you matching your brake? If you are matching your brake already, let me know in the comment that you are already matching your brake. You are applying your brake, so you are not over speeding. Because becoming an emotionally intelligent parent simply means that you know when to apply your brake, you know when to pause, you know when to not to react. You realize that you don't have to always react. That is not worth it. That is becoming an emotionally intelligent parent. It simply means that you are intelligent when it comes to your emotions. It is what we have been doing for the past 6 days. And I want to believe that you are able to pause, because one of the things we have emphasized on is you being able to pause. You must be able to pause. You must be able to pause. You must be able to pause and not react. You must be able to pause and not jump into conclusion. You must be able to pause and remove that now. Let me deal with it now. It is not an emergency. It is never an emergency. Of course, unless it is really an emergency. When we talk of, someone is going to lose their life. When we talk about, someone is going to lose their life, you will say, okay, it's an emergency. No one is going to lose their life. No house is burning, no fire on the mountain. It is not an emergency. And the earlier we realize that, the better for us. So today we are looking at awareness is power. Awareness is power. We are supposed to do this on our day 7, but because day 7 is reflection, so we are doing this on day 6. Awareness is power. This morning I dropped a voice note. I talked about the need for us to always evaluate our children's behaviors and know exactly what they are communicating. Because whether we like it or not, our children's behaviors are a communication. They are sending us messages. For us to be able to respond to that message, we need to understand the message before we can respond. They are not inviting us for a party, and we are responding to how much do you want to offer. It doesn't make sense. So we need to understand the message they are sending us before we can respond. You cannot respond to that message until you are able to pause and think. In the space of your pausing, you are going to ask basic questions. Such questions as what is my child trying to tell me? Such questions that a while ago an idea just got into my head. The thought that, please close that door. The thought that we bankroll, the word rather, bankrolling. And I was telling myself, sometimes we are the one bankrolling our children's behaviors. I was just laughing. We are the one bankrolling our children's behaviors. We are the one enabling them. We are the one watering it. We do not realize it. We just expect certain things, and the opposite of what we expect, we keep watering it, and it keeps yielding, and then we keep complaining. So like the example I shared this morning, I didn't realize that I was watering something, I was nurturing something. I didn't realize it. If I wasn't able to pause and think, I may still not have realized it. I may have jumped into yelling, into smacking, into threatening, into doing all sorts of manners. But because I was able to pause, I saw the role I was playing in it. I understood the message that the child was communicating. Does it mean you are emotionally intelligent, you will not see discipline in your child? No. Your child is still going to face consequences. It is why we have the family constitution. They already know that when they make a mess, they will clear it. They have misbehaved. There's a consequence for it. Like I always say, two ends of a pen, of a stick. You pick one, you automatically pick the other one. They know that already. But I didn't have to resort to those, how do I call it? I didn't have to resort to those consequences that will break him, because I was able to pause. Now today we are going to awareness, because when our children do things, if we are not aware of how we feel, I call them early warning signs. early warning signs. You want to understand the signs that, oh my God, I am beginning to get angry. If you do not understand that early warning signs, when your child gets you upset, you are just going to be all over the place. You are going to react before you even realize it. So early warning signs are super important for everyone to understand. What are early warning signs? Early warning signs are those signs you feel in your body that signs you feel in your body that tells you that, okay, you're about to get angry. This thing is upsetting you. You're about to get angry. They are your early warning signs. So when you feel those signs, then you quickly, that is when you quickly press your brake. When you feel those signs, that is when you know when to pause. And when each time I change this topic, I always say to parents that you don't wait for the signs to happen. You don't wait for the signs to escalate before you begin to pause. Because there are different early warning signs depending on your own person, your own system. If you want to wait for the signs to, if you want to wait for you to get angry, it may not be possible. You have reached that your anger already. You realize that you may not be able to pause. It is why people, when they get angry, they do what they are not supposed to do, except it's by the power of the Holy Spirit that can make that person not make some decisions that they are not supposed to make. That is why parents, you see all these, especially parents that have nannies, or should I use the word maids, living with them. It is where they end up brutalizing them. Ask them, it never meant to happen. So when they start, maybe when they just they allow themselves to get to that stage of anger or stage of emotion, they are already there. It becomes difficult to stop. We all know how these things be. It becomes difficult to stop. Because when you are angry, like so many things, you want to get even, you want to exhaust all the anger in you, a lot of things like that. So it becomes difficult for you to stop. It is why you must know the early signs that you are about to get to that place of no return. So when you understand those early signs, you can stop you. So I actually wanted also have this conversation in the WhatsApp group so that you can share your early warning signs, because everyone has their early warning signs. I have some written down here. Let me check. Early warning signs. Early warning signs. Okay. Let me see. See. Okay, I can't find the page now. But when you have early warning signs, those are the early signs that you are about to get angry. So it can be, it's different from everybody. Some people you can just have hot flashes. Some people you can just have tightness in your chest. Some people it can be like you have sudden headache, or like something is ringing in your head. Some people you can have a certain rush of disgust and irritation. You feel it building up. You feel it even when you think, okay, I can handle this. You still feel it building up. Once it begins to build up, don't even think you can handle it, because it will get to a stage you cannot handle it. It is it. I had a friend one time who told me something. When I got married, one of the advice he gave me, he said, see, never you be too comfortable with a man. Don't say I can handle it. He said, if you see a man that is, you notice a man that is maybe behaving in certain ways towards you, maybe you notice that he has a kind of interest in you that is maybe more than normal. You think, okay, don't say I can handle it. Don't. What you want to do is just to disconnect from that person. And I never ever forget that advice, because I've worked in corporate settings before. So I have never ever forgotten that advice. So the same thing I want to tell you now. Don't say, oh, I can handle it. Your child is doing something. You are obviously triggered. You see that your early warning signs are already showing. You are getting irritated. You just tell yourself, oh, I can handle it. You remain in that spot. You will not be able to handle it, because before you know, you are triggered and it has escalated. So once you notice how your body is, you know, as a parent or as an individual, you already know when you want to start being angry. You know the first signs. You see things around you. Okay, these things trigger me. These things make me angry. And I know it triggers me, makes me angry because when I feel this way, you know, I'm starting to feel this way, so I know that I'm beginning to get angry. When you recognize that early warning signs, what do you want to do? You want to first of all disconnect yourself, because that early warning signs will escalate into, I don't want to say evil, I want to say reactivity. Flee all appearances of evil. So I'm saying that flee all appearances of reactivity. Anything that will push you into being reactive, fly it. Your early warning signs. That is the topic for today. Note your early warning signs. What are those signs your body feels when you're about to get angry? I remember I said this thing. I did one of the classes in the vision. One of the classes I taught on mastering your emotions. The parent said to me that what she feels is like a flush of blood, like a rush of blood. She literally feel her blood rushing. Someone said she feel her heart beating, like as if her heart wants to jump out of her chest. You know, yes, her heart wants to jump out of her chest. Some people say they feel just a headache. You know, see, they feel highly disgusted. You know it. Your child is doing something, you know it. Don't say, oh, I can cope, I can manage, I can handle it. You need to first of all go and de-escalate, move away from there. You feel better before you come back. Now, I always talk about pausing. When you notice your early warning signs, you are going to pause. When you pause before you come back, like I used to put it, the 3 P's of the Visionary Parent Academy. You pause, you process before you proceed to respond. You pause, you process what is happening, and you now proceed to respond to it. So in that period of pausing, what are you doing? Are you just going to pause? Because if you don't put your mind into productive use in that period of pausing, you may realize you go back, and that is what happens to so many parents. They will say pause. Shebi they say if my child does something, I should pause. Then they will pause, and then they go back and face the same thing. They get angry. I beg you. They now begin to react. You are not pausing in emptiness. When you pause, you put your brain into productive use. Like I shared this morning, when I paused, that was when I had to evaluate the situation. Like, where is it? What am I even feeling right now? Okay, I'm feeling frustrated. Where is this behavior coming from? I'm feeling frustrated. My frustration is valid. I mean, we've been on this for a long time. They've been cooking since they were 9. Is it 9? Even before 9, 8 said they've been cooking. It's just that they've not been cooking, like independent cooking, until I think my son was 11, and my son was 11, my daughter was 9. You know, so they've not been cooking independently until about then. So if he started cooking when he was 11, he's now 14. That's 3 years. So how come I've been teaching something for the past 3 years, he's not getting it? So it's okay for me to be frustrated. It's okay for me to be like, to have fear, those emotions. This child of mine that takes how many years he wants to learn. It's okay for me to have those fears. It's okay for me to have frustration. But was I going to act on it? No. I'll have to now check, where is it coming from? Because like I playfully said a while ago, our children's behaviors are being bankrolled. Okay. I don't know why the word bankrolled is just fancy to me this evening. I find it fascinating. So our children's behavior, there's something that is encouraging it, something that is promoting it, something that is making it, that make it enticing for them to continue doing. So I had to pause to ask myself, what is that thing that makes it enticing for him to stop doing? And I realized it is because I have not been consistent. My own is, okay, they are going to make their food. As long as they make their food, I don't even bother. Sometimes I don't even bother to find out who made it, how did you make it, and all of that. And the sister has been the one jumping in the way. So she has been jumping in the way. So she has kind of made him develop a sense of entitlement to her help. If I wasn't able to pause, I wouldn't have been able to evaluate all of that. Now, when I paused, I put my brain into use. I did not just pause for the sake of pausing. Because when you pause, you need to understand what is happening. You can pause. If you pause, you don't understand what is happening. You are still going to react back. You are still going to react the way you react. No more. Yes, ma'am. You are not pausing in emptiness. So you pause and you put your brain into use. So I paused. I was able to, okay, this. And then I asked myself, what message am I getting and what lesson am I going to teach from it? Because, yes, it's a misbehavior. At the end of the day, when the rice came out, it was still, the taste was not bad. It was not good, but it was something we could tolerate. At least we could eat it. And I had to eat mine with avocado pear, a lot of avocado pear. I was able to enjoy it. However, you could see the burnt onions inside. So we had to remove the burnt onions. And then the quantity of vegetable oil. I told them this morning, and I said, I have a friend. If she eats this food, she will react to it. You know, if you eat too much vegetable oil, she's going to react to it. Like this one, she's definitely going to react to it. So I had to ask myself, what message? And I got the messages. At least from the message I got, I knew how to manage it. I knew how to discipline. The purpose of discipline is teaching. So I did not need to flog. I did not need to yell. I did not need to, threaten or smack or do any of those things. All I needed to do is to sit him down and explain the situation to him. In fact, I ought to have called him. That's the collaborative problem solving. We used that a lot in the Visionary Parent Academy last year, and we are bringing it again in the course of this. Collaborative problem solving simply means that you bring your child together. Both of you look at the issues together. And then both of you will find a solution together. I was supposed to have done that, but I didn't do that. So I came up, I have sorted everything out, and I called him and said, okay, see what happened. Now, my kids already know that is the rule. They know that everything is not punishment. Everything is for them to learn. They know that if they don't do a chore well, they'll have to repeat it until such a time that they are used to it, such a time that they can deliver. They know that if they leave the kitchen messed up, they'll have to repeat the kitchen until such a time that they can deliver. So it is just about it. It's training. I talked to them about repetition, how you learn, how you build competence, how you build excellence, how you build skills. It is not in one day. It is repetition, the mother of learning. Does he like the fact that he has to be the only one cooking in the kitchen for the next 1 week? From Monday to Friday next week? No, he certainly doesn't like it. When he would have been in the kitchen, let's say just 2 times in a week, or at most 3, then it's going to be 7 times. He doesn't like it, and that is enough consequence for him. The purpose of consequence is not to break. It's not to afflict pain. It's to teach. It's to shape the mind. It's to reach the heart. Now, guess what? If he does it consistently for 1 week, there is no way he will not improve. There is no way he will not learn to manage his time. Now, there is no way he will be waiting for his sister to come and rescue him. And of course, the sister has to also learn to give him break. I've told her, because we have a rule in my house that when one person is in the kitchen, everyone is in the kitchen too. We have that rule, except for in the mornings, of course, when they're preparing for school, they have their chores to do. But in the evening or weekends, when they are cooking, one is in the kitchen, and everybody is in the kitchen. And the book we read last month, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, there was something, one of the ideas I took from the book is the idea of family kitchen table. I don't know if you read up to the end and you got the idea of kitchen table too, where in the evenings, everybody is in the kitchen, they're having their meal in the kitchen, they're having small conversations and all of that. I absolutely loved it. And I told myself I was going to initiate that in my family. So we have been doing it, even though we have not been consistent, but we are certainly going to get into it and be consistent. So in the evenings when we are done with eating, everybody gathers in the kitchen. The person that is studying in the kitchen is studying in the kitchen, while all of the rest of us are gisting, we are laughing, we are helping, and all of that. So I think it is that my role of when one person is in the kitchen, everybody is in the kitchen, that makes it easy for my daughter to just jump in and grab it. Because my daughter, she's primarily melancholic. I've said that before. And melancholic, they are very detailed. They pick up, they pick things, and they are very impatient. So I think the issue is when my son is cooking, maybe she sees that he's slow or he's not slicing onions the way she wants. She just let me just do it. She just takes over instead of allowing him to do it. And him now, Kokoma, since he doesn't want to cook before, he will just relax. So he can even deliberately even be doing it the way she doesn't like, so that she can take over it. So I realize all of that, and I have given a consequence. My consequence is for him to learn and grow and be better. Now, if you are not aware, if you are not aware of your early warning signs, you will just realize that when issue happens, you just stand up on your toes and you are reacting now. When you react, there is no way you are angry. You are teaching your child, and your child is listening. They are learning. For you to teach, you have to be in the right state of mind. The person receiving your teaching also in the right state of mind. And that can only happen when you learn how to pause. And one of the ways you can learn to pause and pause effectively is when you know your early warning signs. These things make me angry. Yes. So when I'm feeling this way, I know that I'm beginning to get angry. I'm not waiting for my feelings to escalate before I can say, oh, I can handle it. Because when your feelings escalate, I tell you, you cannot handle it. You can no longer handle it. That's when you spoil things. So emotional intelligent parents do not wait for their feelings to escalate. Instead, they know they are getting angry. When you are getting angry, what do? You press your pause button. When you press your pause button, what do? You are not just pressing your pause button in emptiness. You are going to now use your reasoning brain, your thinking brain, because when you are angry, you have gone into your survivor brain. But when you are using your pause button, you are going into your reasoning brain. And guess what? The more you learn how to pause and use your reasoning brain, the more you are using your reasoning brain. In fact, just discipline yourself for the next 3 months. You will realize that you will know you react less. And after reacting less, your children will behave more. Because when the home is peaceful, the home is calm, there is less chaos generally. It doesn't mean you are permissive. You are not permissive. But somehow there is less chaos because everybody is happy. When everyone is happy, the house is more productive. Your children will bicker less. It is. I shared a video yesterday in the group where 2 siblings were fighting, and then somebody said, and somebody was recording them. I want to believe it's their elder sister, not their mom. First of all, I'm wondering, what is that thing doing on the internet? And second of all, I'm asking myself, why won't they fight? Even the one that was recording them, did you not hear her choice of words? So it is the atmosphere. Hear her choice of words. So those choice of words already have shown that there are things that are allowed. So being aggressive, fighting, maybe they can even, it has made the environment porous. No boundaries, no respect, and all of that, they are already allowed. So when your home is peaceful, when you are emotionally intelligent, I guarantee you that it is going to rub off on your children, everyone in your home. Your home will be less chaotic. So I was saying that today is all about early warning signs. So we'll go back to the group and you are going to share your early warning signs. What are the signs you feel in your body when you want to begin to be angry? What are the signs you feel in your body? Now remember, again and again, what we say here is pause. Learn to pause. Understand your early warning signs, then pause. After pausing, then you will now employ your reasoning brain and ask yourself, what is watering this particular habit? Where is it coming from? Why do I feel what I feel? What message is it sending me? What lesson am I going to learn from it? Or is my child going to learn from it? You put all that into use before you respond. I hope that is clear. Now, when you pause, there are a few things you can do. Maybe we'll get to that. That period you pause. Okay, I've talked about that already. When you pause, what do? You can just disconnect yourself from that place immediately. If you love to read, take a book and read.